Hey guys, welcome back to another serving of food for thought. Of course, not everything in the reading will resonate with you, so I encourage you to take what does and of course leave the rest. However, if this resonates or you just so happen to like this reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So let's jump into the energy here. Holy Spirit, what are the messages here for the collective energies? What are the cards here that best represent the energy, the love, the light? Someone's sick, that you're standing in your power, standing your ground, not wanting to hear it. Someone knows you're over it, done with the drama. Someone knows that you're standing your ground when it comes to someone who is putting on a show. Someone knows that you're over the drama and they're sick to their stomach when it comes to you. This is someone who knows that something has expired, something has been destroyed, and you're no longer keeping secrets or compromising due to their lost or neglectful energy. This is someone who's still putting on a show in some type of way, but wanting you to listen. But the fact that you are standing your ground is causing this energy to go to no bounds to get a sense of respect or even control. But the fact that you're standing your ground, I feel that's causing a ripple effect where there's a shift taking place here, where you're no longer tolerating things that you used to tolerate, where some of the things you used to tolerate has become intolerable. And whether it's relatives, partnerships, close bonds, whatever it is, someone got caught up. Now something is played out. Someone is wanting to set the record straight or even put you in your place. Someone is wanting you to fall back or fall in line, but I feel you're not hearing it. You're no longer compromising when it comes to something that is shattered or destroyed, broken, screwed up. Many of you already know the truth when it comes to something that has become a complete nightmare. I feel something has someone in their feelings as something falls apart, but I feel it's also the fact that you're no longer taking someone's shit either, especially when it comes to a runner-chaser dynamic or someone who is always attempting to run from their problems instead of solving it. This is why no matter whether it's a friend or foe, many of you are seeking asylum, many of you are seeking solitude in this season. As I sense, the more you search for something deeper, the more you find out about those around you. I feel something has become a complete nightmare, which has someone all in their feelings when it comes to you. Yet I sense when the chips are down and falling apart, someone is still making bad choices, even though they know they're getting played. Someone is definitely getting played or fooled or manipulated when it comes to fake friends, false connections, karmic ties, where they're still putting on a show. And this is why you don't want to hear it, especially when it comes to someone who is always repeating their mistakes and toxic choices, as this is someone who is always writing something out and still failing to change because they have yet to truly set something clear or set the record straight. Many of you are protecting yourself when it comes to a runner energy who is trying to burn the evidence of what they know they've done. This is someone who's trying to give you a fake apology or a lack of apology is present here. Someone is not apologizing at all, but I feel this is someone who is hoping that you don't know the difference between salt and sugar, as they both seem to look the same, but I feel there's a complete difference. This is someone who is hoping that you don't see that difference. This is someone who is brainstorming on how to get over, or brainstorming, trying to come up with new ideas when it comes to getting you to overlook their deceit and betrayal. But I feel in so many ways you're not listening because you know they're toxic. This is someone who has become toxic to their own dismay. This is someone who is deceitful, somewhat of a traitor. This is someone many of you feel you just can't trust. I feel this is someone who knows what they've done is below or beneath what you are deserving. Yet this energy is tied and bound to their low vibrational self. Afraid of what they could lose if they tap out. But I feel if they don't, many of you will stay cautious to their toxic energy and betrayal while things continue to fall apart and go up in flames. I feel something is about to top off, and this is why many of you are spiritually protected and abundantly guided. Many of you are cautious, and while you're being cautious, this energy is getting a reality check. Someone's getting a reality check when it comes to what they refuse to see, as this is someone who creates a lot of drama through their actions as well as their words. But I feel something's about to be over for good. Many of you are done with allowing this energy to distort your energy or distort your heart or break your heart. But in so many ways, you're just tired of allowing this energy to let you down, destroy what you have built. Many of you are choosing to just center yourself. This is why you're no longer accepting a lot of things that you used to. I feel this is someone who doesn't like the new you. They don't like the fact that you're standing your ground or allowing them to deal with their consequences and find solace in the bed that they have made. Yet I sense when you don't think or move in the way that others do, this energy gets so upset that they feel they have the responsibility of putting you in your place. I feel there's a lot of jealousy, manipulation, competition. But I feel this only keeping a bridge between the two of you. There's some type of gap. But I feel this is someone who is caught between showing off and giving you the love that you deserve. But I feel at this point, many of you are just not wanting to hear it when it comes to a runner. You're trying to find a sense of peace. You're no longer dealing with the drama. You're cautious. And for many of you, this is someone who is still sitting in a toxic space because it's over and done when it comes to you. Someone knows that you are through, and this is why they're agitated when it comes to your energy, even though they'd rather be next to you. But when dealing with this energy, it feels like a continuing battle with someone that is knowing in so many ways that going to battle with you has a very low chance of any type of a reward. Yet I sense they'll soon know that what they've done also has a heavy price. This is someone who still has love for you, but they're insecure about it coming in. They're still trying to do things from a petty space to get a reaction out of you, whether that is good or bad. This is someone who is throwing things away, pretending to be unbothered, when really they truly hate nothing about you. I feel this is someone who knows things are going up in flames, all because of their choices. This is why they're in their feelings about a situation, but they don't want you to know that. But I feel many of you already know the truth. This is why you're not listening to someone who is all cut up in some type of fake friend or fake situation where they're completely poisonous, toxic to anyone who tries to love them. This is why you're protecting yourself. Because you know that they are surrounded by fake energies, friends, people who pretend to truly care, and even their energy. It's all falling apart. And you're just not willing to be a part of the mess. You know it's a nightmare. This is why you're standing your ground when it comes to someone who has become a hot mess. Because instead of putting you in your place, someone got caught up, especially when it comes to putting on a show. One more card here from this deck. One more card. There's definitely a bridge between the two of you. This is why someone is still not coming in after you. For many of you, I feel like this is someone who was very close or could have been closer, but due to their messy behaviors or putting on the show out of ego and pride, someone missed an opportunity with you. For many of you, you're just tired of the drama of someone becoming a nightmare for you. Something has expired because someone is caught up, no longer in the position to set the record straight. And this is why someone is writing something out when They know they're caught up, wanting to burn something away, the evidence. Someone is in their pride because they're sick that you're standing your ground or holding their feet to the fire. I feel like this is someone who is just not expecting you to call them out, especially when it comes to this separation. The fact that this energy is always finding a way to break your heart instead of ground their energy, especially when it comes to their past. I feel it's another reason why they're always trying to put you in your place instead of giving you a true, authentic apology. Whatever is well deserved, this is someone who is still not coming in with that type of energy. But I do see a transformation for you. This is why someone is wanting to give you something tempting. Someone is wanting to give you a tempting offer. But I feel you doing something of free will is a challenge for them. So for many of you, you doing something of free will becomes a challenge because this is someone who is now feeling their offer, their energy, this fake apology. It's just unwanted. I feel whatever you did or said to this energy is definitely replaying over and over in their mind, and this is why they feel like they have to put you in your place or set the record straight, but you're not trying to hear it. You know your truth, and you're not trying to allow this energy to distort it or destroy it. As many of you know, this energy is in a crossroads, still wearing a mask, still in denial. Someone is still in denial when it comes to their pride, their ego. They're still not making the right choices or decisions. But there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. But this energy is still sitting in a space where they feel rejected or unwanted. So they're trying to project that energy onto you. And even though they don't have anything to really be upset about, this energy feels they're entitled to feel this way or act this way because they're still being immature and petty with you. And that is the true challenge and obstacle here. I feel like this is someone who is in denial, sitting in their ego when it comes to decisions and wearing a mask when it comes to their fears, addictions. Still not understanding, still not compromising, still not being enlightened to the fact that there's no end game when it comes to cycles, distance, and karmic connections. This is someone who has a lot of secrets that is destroying their life. There's a lot of destruction, chaos, many things that are causing this energy to be more secretive and hide behind a mask, and this is why they're truly blocked from your energy. Someone is blocked because of their choices, their secrets, their differences that they have created. And even if they're guarded or you're guarded, someone needs to surrender, and that person needs to be them. Someone needs to be in the space of surrendering to change, because many of you are surrendering to the light. I feel there are spiritual lessons to be gained from this on both sides, but I feel when it comes to this energy who is creating destruction, they're on a path of learning lessons of integrity. I feel justice is at play here for someone who is playing games with life, really not taking things seriously. This energy is not really tapping into the signs. They're still sitting in spaces where they have no end game, still being strategic, but never in the position to actually win. This is someone who needs to make a decision, a real decision, that they're trying their best to avoid. But I feel they're about to be enlightened in a very ruthless way, more like a reckoning when it comes to cycles. Cycles, secrets, and spiritual lessons that are about to be gained. Someone's about to gain some integrity, justice, and loyalty through karmic cycles, connections, and blockages that they have caused or created through their destruction and distance. This is someone who has no true end game when it comes to compromise and being enlightened to their secrets. But I feel they will come to a true understanding when it comes to fears, denial, and addictions. One more card here from this deck. One more card here, Holy Spirit. Wow. For many of you, the innocence is involved in this situation. This is why someone is sitting in addiction, fear, and denial. This is why they have no clear understanding when it comes to compromise and secrets. Someone is lost when it comes to their own temptations, weaknesses, challenges. Someone wants to make an offer to you because you're on solid ground. You're part of the blessing. And without you, this energy is truly lost. This is why they are pushed or pressured to give you some type of apology, but without it being authentic, this energy is just wasting their time. Let's get some more energy here. Yeah, something needs to grow when it comes to this energy, but this energy is stuck in a process where they're not changing, they're not developing in the right way, especially when it comes to relationships and connections and even family ties. But as I said before, something that you have done out of free will has definitely caused a ripple effect. You standing your ground has definitely put someone in a space where they're sick to their stomach about a situation. In fact, someone is at a crossroads when it comes to a false paradise. Someone's frustrated, full of anxiety because they're being blindsided in a situation that is not growing. This is someone who is not being logical when it comes to something that is broken and at a distance. Someone needs to step up or continue to be lost. This is someone who's being petty with you because they have no clue on which way to go with you. But they're so used to doing things in a very petty way that this energy is not giving you what is truly deserved. There is no confession. Someone is still not stepping up when it comes to the things they have done. They're still crossing their fingers, hoping that things can be overlooked. But this energy needs to step up and be transparent. I feel this is someone who's about to come to a space where there's nowhere else to go but tell the truth or experience roadblocks ahead. I feel there's lessons to be learned when it comes to their past mistakes, and they just need to embrace the detours, especially when it comes to their ego, because if they don't, it will be a lonely winter. For many of you, this is someone who has definitely touched your heart in a very big way. In fact, I feel this is someone you have seen through the eyes of love, where you may have spoken in their defense or put up with more than you know that you had to. Yet this energy is only giving you silence and distance. However, I sense this energy may sometimes lean on the fact that they don't have a lot of experience when it comes to affairs of the heart. Close connections, real apologies. For many of you, I feel like this is someone who lacks when it comes to self-awareness, when it comes to the cause of their real issues, as it might be perfectly obvious to you, but it may be something they choose to be oblivious to. It may be something they choose to ignore, but someone needs to embrace the detours when it comes to lessons that needs to be learned and mistakes that needs retribution, reckoning. Someone needs to pay their dues when it comes to the mistakes of the past. I feel there's a lot of detours when it comes to this energy because they're still not stepping into the truth or even their own power. And this is why they're lost and still blaming you, as this energy has somehow utilized time and a strong ear hustle to convince others of what they want them to see rather than what is truly in front of them. Let's get some more energy here, Holy Spirit. Someone thinks about you often. This is someone who thinks about you in a very creative way. They want you to be receptive because they know that you are nurturing. Someone knows that you are a true giver, but I feel in so many ways you are slowly but surely reaching a state of harmony, balance, tranquility, and peace. This is a place of fulfillment Contentment when it comes to your potential, possibilities. I feel you're about to be very hopeful, as well as vulnerable. I see you doing a lot of work on self. I see you being naked with self. In fact, I see you doing something very authentic where you are taking off the rose-colored glasses. Something that has distorted your view when it comes to your inner knowing, change, and coming to peace with some type of illusion. I see you breaking the chain. I see you cutting the cord when it comes to something from the past, breaking free to create a new life. And for many of you, you're just not looking back. You're not looking back even if something else is holding on or unfinished. I see many of you finding your closure where there is no closure, and also forgiving those who have yet to even ask for your forgiveness. Yet I sense not for their sake, but yours. To step out of a state of confusion and illusion to complete a cycle and step into change, transformation, a new chapter, a rebirth. I feel this confusion that you're leaving behind for more harmony and tranquil situation is leaving someone with a bitter taste in their mouth, all because they know that you're breaking the chain, and they're still bitter. They're still bitter, ungrounded, unfocused, frazzled, not knowing which way to go, and upset because you do. You're no longer entangled in a situation where there is tension, stress, conflict, apprehension. Someone feels like you're reluctant, unwilling, stubborn when it comes to their energy now, and they don't like that you're no longer swept up, passionate about them, or in a whirlwind when it comes to supporting them, guiding them, loving them no matter what. You're no longer swept up into the smoke and mirrors of their false front, their deceit. I feel it's a mixed bag when it comes to this tension, because there is no resolve, closure, acceptance, or completion. But the fact that you're no longer swept up in something and you're reluctant to someone who is all talk and no walk, many of you are moving on, even if they're choosing or wanting to communicate. Many of you are cautious, on guard, reserved. Many of you are cautious to put both feet in when it comes to this energy, and for some of you, any feet at all, because you're committed and invested in a different direction. And many of you are avoiding this energy or blocking them at all cost. And that's something they don't like. Someone doesn't like this new energy of you rejecting them or seeing their truth or not looking back. But I feel someone really acted a fool with you, pushed you to make these choices when it comes to their energy, because you're no longer wanting to carry them as a heavy weight, a burden. No longer wanting to be under pressure. You allowed something to melt away. All because someone let you down too many times. Now I feel you have softened your heart and you're ready for something new. I also feel for many of you, you're being prepared for that. You're being prepared for that opportunity as I speak. I feel you're being primed for something bigger, better. Wow. And as you step into your new life, someone will want to reach out. Someone's going to want to reach out to you. And this is someone who has a very rebellious spirit. Very wild and very unapologetic. This is someone who is angry inside and lashing out at others, not knowing that you're ready for something different and something bigger. This is someone who is still trying to condition you to soften your heart to their mistakes or toxic ways of being. I feel this is someone who's very elusive when it comes to being an outsider, being insecure about which way to go. Wow. This is someone who is strategic, but also very indecisive, because they're not clear. They have no vision, but they also is fixated on some type of apology, whether they are seeking that apology from you or knowing they owe you one, because 9 times out of 10 they do. I feel regardless of this energy stepping into their higher self, many of you are doing just that. Stepping into a higher sense of self when it comes to the energy of an owl, someone who is vigilant, someone who is learning from their past as well as their mistakes. I feel you're gaining knowledge through your experience, and also using your choices and decisions through discernment. For some of you, you're also protecting childlike energy, whether that is surrounding you or within you. You're becoming carefree, and that is also divinely guided. You're stepping out of an illusion and into a very carefree spirit or energy where your reluctance brings you into a sense of change, rebirth, where someone is trying to put you in the energy or the light of being stubborn when you're just dedicated to a new you. And what is coming your way is abundantly and uniquely tied to your name. As this is someone who has definitely been very strategic when it comes to the illusions that they like to create. As this is someone who created a lot of deceit, stress, and apprehension when it comes to you, and this is why your hands are tied. Wow. And this is why they're stuck. As I said before, this is someone who has told you bold-faced lies but can't stand the fact that you don't trust them. Yet I feel this is someone who stays in a state of denial just so they can get through. Because I feel no matter what you say and no matter what you do, the truth will always offend them. And this energy will always attack you in a very petty way because it's all they know until they truly embrace the detours and learn their lessons and become stronger than they are right now. Because right now this energy is weak and still giving in to temptations that can truly break a solid foundation, as they have only tried to affect and demean you with their lies because they know everything that you say and represent is tied to the honest truth. As their excuses of trauma or toxic upbringing isn't any excuse to be a crappy person, because instead of growing from what they've been through, they have allowed it to define them. And trust me, it's not good. Final energy here from this last deck. Wow. For many of you, this is someone who feels like they either know you better than you know yourself, or they are actually getting a reading on you. Trying to go deeper by trying to bind you in the spiritual realm. But I feel someone's going to learn a very heavy lesson if they're trying to bind and tie you in the 5D. I feel you are definitely heavily protected, and trying to bind you in any type of way would definitely get them in the position to learn the hard way when it comes to those who are cherished by the Most High. I feel this is someone who wants to communicate, but they're trying to do things in the 5D to affect or manipulate something because they feel you're stubborn, or this is someone who's completely stubborn and just wearing a mask. This is someone who's still trying to deal with their inner demons, not knowing the real flex is the fact that you've turned your wounds into wisdom. A true guiding light with the owl energy. I'm not sure where their card went, but I feel this is someone who is still tied and bound because they don't know the spiritual way. I feel like this situation made you more intuitive, especially when it comes to separating your energy, whether you wanted to or not. Many things had to be done, especially when it comes to dealing with someone who is dealing with addictions, weaknesses, and even their own inner demons. Because while you're learning from your heartache and your pain, they are too. But they're learning the hard way that they're going to have to go through love and not hate to get to you. Because being stubborn and wearing a mask is not going to get them anywhere. Thinking they have multiple choices when they're really caught up. This is someone who is in the shadows while you're working through your problems and opening doors and achieving your goals. This is someone who is chained and can't break free from their betrayals. This is someone who has a big ego going through a power struggle, living in the fast lane when it comes to their lifestyle, especially when it comes to a third party. Something is frozen because someone is hard to figure out. Especially when it comes to a heartbreak or separation. This is someone who is stressed out, but the lies, I feel the lies just keep growing. I feel the lies just keep growing when it comes to someone who feels they have all the answers. But I feel the more you tap into your energy and let go, someone is still sitting in a space where they know they have to get rid of some of their mistakes. I feel this is someone who really doesn't know how to make the changes. This is why they're stuck at the crossroads and also blocked off from your energy. This is someone who is sitting in a space of void. Where many of you are no longer wanting to hear the excuses. So you're just doing your own thing. And just in you doing your own thing, that's starting to bother them. Because this is someone who doesn't want you to feel like you're better off or there's better days ahead without them. But I feel in so many ways, your energy, your light, your love, everything that you used to offer, this energy on a platter, that is no longer being given to them because something is broken. Someone broke the trust, broke the vows, broke the promises, and now they no longer have the key to all of these locks. For many of you, something is unlocked when it comes to your energy, your light, your love, and while you're doing you and just tapping into your own energy, someone is having to accept that that burning flame is starting to go out. I feel the more you tap into your energy and your light, someone is having to understand that you may not look back and they may not have the entitlement to even hold on because you're stepping into a space where you're no longer wanting to tap into or give into the stress, because regardless of what they think and believe, you owe them nothing but your absence, as it seems the only revenge they'll ever get from you is never hearing from you again. And for many of you, it's time to deliver on that. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading and has gained some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Hope to see you again, guys. Bye.